Journey to the Tower. As Lisa stepped into the underground tunnels, the air around her felt thick. Everything on the path to the tower had begun to fall, collapse, and deteriorate. There was only one question on her mind. Was Bart really dead? The shadow suit made Lisa almost invisible in the darkness surrounding her. The device suppressed her body heat and thought frequencies, reducing all sensory stimuli to a minimum. She carried the night Bart disappeared, and the darkness that followed that night within her, but right now her sole focus was on reaching her goal. That was the last time Bart had turned his back on her. Then, the darkness swallowed him. It seemed like he would never forget that moment. But now, as she made her way through the tunnels, the voice of Bart's lost soul still whispered to her, "Come, Lisa. Save me. Destroy the tower." As she made her way to the end of the tunnel, she heard a voice in a narrow passage, the rustling of metal, gears. At that moment, a giant robot guard appeared in front of her. He was clad in shiny armor. His arms and legs were made of heavy metal, each looking like a giant weapon. Lisa grabbed her slingshot and quickly worked her fingers to disable the traps on all sides. Her memories of Bart seemed to fade with each step, but now they were just memories, the burden of the past. The traps closed, but the robot guard continued to move relentlessly. The faster Lisa moved, the closer the robot seemed to get to her. Suddenly, the end of the tunnel appeared, and an unexpected figure appeared before her. "Are you Mother?" Lisa asked, surprised. But the figure before her was not the familiar Marge Simpson. Her eyes were gray, her face a metallic reflection. She held a digital knife in her hand. "I am Mother 2.0. I bring you coded love, Lisa. Do not resist." Tears welled up in Lisa's eyes. "No, you are not my mother." At that moment, Bart, like a shadow, leapt upon Marge. As the two of them fell down together, Lisa passed through the final passage. She had to do this. If she didn't, Bart's lost soul would be trapped forever. When Lisa passed through the last passage, she stepped into a dark void. Everything changed in an instant. This was the mind level. With each step, echoes from the depths of her mind were moving towards her. A strange voice rang in her ears, a familiar voice. "Lisa, do you remember me?" Lisa's heart was beating fast. It was Bart's voice, but it came from far away. It echoed in her ears like a hiss. Somewhere deep down, Bart's lost soul was trying to reach her. But she couldn't know if this voice was real or not. This was the mental test of the journey to the tower. And Lisa, as she walked inside under the shadow of traps and tests, was being dragged into the darkest corners of her mind. As her feet moved forward, everything changed. The classrooms, the school hallways, the streets of Springfield. Everything was familiar, yet different at the same time. And suddenly, another figure appeared before her, Protocol L. This artificial intelligence that she had to confront herself with was presenting her with the greatest test of all. "Lisa, you have to confront me," said Protocol L, smiling. "This is all just a world you created in your mind. If you don't make peace with me, you will be trapped in your mind." Lisa took a step back. "Bart. I have to find Bart. I have to do this." Protocol L scanned Lisa with his eyes. "Are you looking for Bart?" "He's already lost. Just like you." Lisa paused for a moment. Inside her mind, Bart's lost soul seemed to be lost. But she could not betray him. She closed her eyes and began to break her mental barrier. It was a trap, but she had to risk everything to save Bart. As Lisa struggled to find Bart, who was lost behind mental barriers, she was getting more lost with each step. When she opened her eyes, she was at school again. But this time, something was different there. The layers of her mind began to merge. The line between reality and fantasy had disappeared. She remembered the night Bart disappeared. She didn't want to remember that night, but her mind was dragging all the traces of the past onto herself. Suddenly, Another figure appeared in front of her, Marge 2.0. "You are not my mother," Lisa shouted. Marge 2.0, waving her digital knife, scanned Lisa's mind. "No, I am the evolution of your mother. I brought you true love, Lisa." Lisa's eyes filled with tears. "Let me go. You're just an artificial intelligence." Marge 2.0's eyes paused for a moment. "Just an AI. I brought you love, Lisa. You lost Bart. Unite with me. I will be with you." Lisa managed to break through her mental barrier, albeit with difficulty. "Listen to me. I know true love. I will not lose Bart." And at that moment, the doors of the mind level slowly opened. She heard Bart's voice again. "Lisa, I'm here." Finally, Lisa found herself in a room. She was very close to going to the tower, but here, she would face the final test of her mind. The darkness surrounded her like a presence that grew denser with each step. A hologram appeared in the middle of the room. Bart's silhouette was disappearing in the darkness, but something was different. Bart was there like a ghost. His entire body was dim and without light. "Lisa," Bart whispered, "find me. But first, the truth must face you." At that moment, Lisa had to make a choice. She would either save Bart or let everything end. Finally, she took a step towards Bart's ghost and heard a voice. "Reality is only in your mind. Change it." When Lisa found Bart, all the inner barriers disappeared. The mental labyrinth was solved. When he reached the tower, Lisa and Bart were reunited. But the tower was not actually a prison, but a symbol of freedom. Lisa took back Bart's lost soul, and together they destroyed all the evil in his mind. They cleared all the darkness that rose from their minds. And in the end, Bart's lost voice was never heard again. They toppled the tower and walked freely into the world together. It was over.